Good morning, students. Today we are going to take up next chapter, that is chapter 6 and part A of it, that is social responsibilities of business and business ethics. As you could see the supporting diagram at the bottom, that the entire planet is being saved by human beings. When we talk of social responsibility, in part A, we'll be taking up the basic concept of social responsibility and the logic why an organization should take up social responsibility or should not take up. And then what are the different kinds of social responsibility? We'll be taking these aspects in this part here. Let us see this diagram. A business does not operate in vacuum. A business is not operating in vacuum. It needs input. We say 5 to 7 M's. Man, machine, material, method, money, management, miscellaneous. And the output in the form of relevant quality, price, quantity. Now, the business is taking its input from the society and it's giving its output to the society. So unless and until certain norms of the society are being taken up by the business organization, it cannot survive. This is the entire crust on which the chapter revolves. The same thing in a narrative form we have taken up, that a business is taking its 7 M's from the society and giving its output to the society. So no business can survive without the support of society. Therefore, it has some responsibilities towards the society. Social responsibility means the obligations of the businessmen, which are desirable in terms of the objectives and values of our society. Now, as you could see at the top, people, planet, profit, principle. There's a close relationship in all of them, which would justify why should an organization take up social responsibility. It is basically a 6-mark question which comes with both for and against. So we'll be taking both for and against. In favor of it, that is arguments for social responsibility that an organization should take up. The logic that we are given in the beginning, that if I need to exist and grow in the society, I need the acceptance of the society. They have certain expectations from the business which has to be fulfilled. And the long-term interest of the firm, business is not one-time activity, it continues forever. So we have to think about public image, reputation, long-term interest, and in the long-term interest of the firm, this responsibility should be taken up. Now come to this next point. Once we say government regulations are there, in case if you are working and those criteria you need to abide by in terms of eco-friendly system, you need to take up, and maintaining the community needs in terms of maintaining certain decorums of social values. Social responsibility has to be taken. Next is availability of resources with the firm. As we say, resources are limited. It can neither be created nor destroyed. It can be converted from one form to other. So once we are talking about resources, its optimum utilization is a social responsibility. You need not waste resources. Then, converting the problems into opportunities is a part of your social responsibility. If there's a threat, how you work on it. So you need to take up that social responsibility. Then, better environment for doing business. When we talk of environment here, it's not only physical environment we are talking about, we're taking up the other concepts also. And at the same time, as you could see the pollution part over there at point 8, if there is a problem, we can always hold business responsible for those social problems. So what you are doing to minimize that social problem? For example, if you are emitting poisonous gases, have you used chimneys? Certain as per the norms of the government, certain beyond that as a responsibility towards the society. Then, against. That means a business should not take up social responsibility. So here the first thing we need to remember that business is business first, then anything else. If a business starts involving itself into these activities, the basic purpose of its existence will get diluted. So if you put it point-wise, first, the basic objective, that is the economic objective of profit or wealth, is not fulfilled. Then it's a burden on consumer because the moment in the name of social responsibility, if you're spending something, you will not compromise on your profit. So ultimately, who's to bear that? Consumer. So it's an extra burden, and consumer is paying you for the product and not for the social responsibility that you're taking up. Then lack of social skills. Conducting business is one aspect, and taking social responsibility is another aspect where social skill is required. So every businessman might not have that social skill. Then lack of public support, public won't go for it because it is their money, what they're paying for the commodity. So you'll not get that support in general. Now, we are going to take up 4 types of responsibilities. Please, there are many theories. What is in your syllabus is more or less matching with Carroll's CSR pyramid. I put an arrow at the top for the philanthropic because this word they have used as discretionary. In your syllabus of CBSE, they have converted it into discretionary. Rest is same. And the pyramid shows that mostly economic is at a greater level, legal further reduces, ethical still, and philanthropic towards the end, that is the discretionary one. So here, philanthropic or discretionary will be taking it up together. So if we pinpoint, it comes as economic responsibility, legal responsibility, ethical responsibility, and discretionary responsibility. See how these levels through the pyramid that you had seen, will see what is the level of concern and what is the likely behavior that is there. So here we'll find discretionary is proactive or proaction. Ethical is accommodation. Legal is defensive. And economic is anything for profit. And that is why the pyramid, it goes towards the top with lesser part. Pro-action is towards the minimum. Now, let us see what this economic responsibility is. Best price for the product. Both from the producer side, from the customer side. Since the business is an economic activity, it has to produce goods and services that society wants and sell them at a profit. Now, this profit should be a normal profit. It should not be a superfluous profit, which is easily accepted by everybody. Then is legal responsibility. Business enterprise have responsibilities to operate within the law of the country. For example, mercy killing, euthanasia, is not legal in India. So if you're in medical practice, you cannot take up that. That is our basic law. Whereas there are countries like Norway and others where it is legal. Then is ethical responsibility. It refers to the moral principles to be followed by the businessmen in relation to the society. For example, your activities to protect, respect a religion or religious sentiments, dignity of people while advertising a product. Then is discretionary. In today's context, when I have uploaded the video, I believe this is the best example of COVID-19, which is our responsibility. We cannot force somebody to go out and serve people who are suffering from corona. But in this pandemic, what best you can do at the level where you are? We say COVID warriors. Is it only the people from medical profession and from police department, or even others? There are many other professions where people are risking their life and serving mankind. Nobody is compelling them, but they are doing it. It's a voluntary obligation. For example, others we can say is giving charity to an educational institution, then helping people in case of natural calamities. Now, if we conclude, we can say business is business, or the business of business is business. That's the best proverb. Has outlived its utility and social responsibility, and being a good corporate entity is the need of the day, that people pay you for the purpose for which you are there. If I have to do charity, I'll do in the name of charity separately. For sustainable development in long run, those organizations or group of persons who do not exercise power in a way which society considers responsible will tend to lose and sacrifice the success and the dignity. So with this, part A, we conclude. Part B will be dealing with social responsibility towards different interested groups. We will be continuing further with the deleted topics also in the near future, but right now we'll restrict to 2020 syllabus. Thank you very much. May God bless you all and enlighten you in the world of learning. Thank you very much.